Also attempted suicide, and I've also witnessed someone very close to me commit suicide. My hope for this video is to bring hope. Now more than ever, our society needs hope. I can guarantee that every single person who is watching this video has suffered due to COVID-19 and now with the fires going on in California. What I would like to do in this video is to share with you my experience with suicide. I would love to offer another perception of how to think of mental health, how to deal with mental health, and how to support other people who are struggling with mental health. So I'd first like to share with you my experiences. I'm going to try my best to keep this short. My heart is pounding really fast, so forgive me if I have to stop and take some breaks. 2015, the day after Christmas, my uncle, who was my father figure, came to me with concerns about what was going on in his life. He started creating a lot of anxiety, and I encouraged him to take a walk with me. Instead of taking a walk, he grabbed my grandfather's gun and held it to his head. I tried to stop him, and he pushed me away. I tried to stop him a second time, and he pushed me away, saying, "Get back, Miranda." And then he shot himself in the head. As you can imagine, that was quite the experience. It left me with severe PTSD and depression. Now, something that I want to express is that my uncle suffered for a very long time with bipolar disorder. Mental illness is something that a lot of people struggle with and don't even know it. But what I want to encourage to everyone today is to not look at it as something, as a weakness. Mental illness is just like any other physical illness. Some people are born with a physical disorder. Some people are born with a mental illness. Some people get into a car accident and have to go to rehab. Some people witness a traumatic incident and have to do rehab work on their brain. Some people don't get taught the right things as they're growing up when they're in sports and end up creating more physical ailments as they get older. Nothing is different with the brain. It's come to my attention, and something that I've been really working on, especially with my clients, is that a lot of people don't realize how powerful their mind really is. Right now, if I asked you to lift your hand up, your brain would tell your muscles to lift your arm up. It's not your muscles doing all of the work. Your mental health has got to be the center point of any goal that you have, whether it's with your relationship and your partner, whether it's with your job, whether it's with your own physical health and you want to lose weight. You have to be there mentally in order to make anything else work. If you change the way you think about something, it will change the way you feel about it, and then in turn, it will change the way that you act on it. After my uncle passed away, obviously I had mentioned that I suffered with PTSD. I was on medical disability leave from the state of Idaho, where I was living at the time, for 8 months. Yeah, it was 8 months before I went back to work. During that 8 months, the beginning of the 8 months, and what effectively brought me back to California, was I tried to end my life. I couldn't fathom the thought of thinking of what just happened. And I was alone. I felt like I was alone. Now, one thing that I am extremely thankful for is, as I was growing up, I suffered from codependency issues. Codependency issues means I care more about other people than myself, which means I would do anything for anybody, no matter if I, Miranda, could handle it or not, which led to a lot of self-confidence issues, self-esteem issues, and effectively depression. When you don't put yourself first, you can easily get lost. It's like going into a tunnel without a light. You need that light in order to see. You need to put yourself first in order to be successful. And this is so hard, especially for my moms out there. They, I think, suffer, I would say, the most, but there are different circumstances. But it's super important that you put yourself first, because if you don't know who you are, you can't be who everybody else needs you to be. And that's something that I've been working on a lot. Thankfully, I have a very supportive mother who encouraged me to go to therapy at a young age because of this issue. So through therapy, I learned that I have to reach out. I have to ask for help. I can't do it on my own. Even though most of the time in therapy, you're just talking to someone who's listening, the act of someone else listening helps you internally figure out what you need to do. I fully believe that any issue that you're struggling with right now, you already know the answer to. You know what you're gonna have to do. Even if you don't think it, you really do. It's coming to terms with that answer and knowing the right time, which is also something that you already know. That's the struggle for most people. Now I want to go back to talking about mental health and how we should be thinking about it. Like I mentioned earlier, it's no different than any kind of physical ailment, okay? If you have a hurt knee, if you have a hurt back, you would take probably some kind of anti-inflammatory, or you change your diet, or you change your schedule. Your mental health has got to be the same thing. It needs help. Now, that is going to look different for every person. For me, what helped after I attempted suicide was reaching out to my mom and asking for help. She immediately pulled me back to California, and I was given an amazing opportunity to start over. Without that opportunity, I definitely wouldn't be here right now. I'm sitting in my own home garage with a logo with my name on it. You know, it's pretty remarkable. And I've never been more proud of myself. But I could not get here if it wasn't for the support and love and encouragement of my core team. Right? And they're everybody, you know who you are, everyone. But what I'm trying to say is, through this tragedy, something amazing happened to me. I was given a gift to start over. Many people are struggling right now with tragedies. Some people have lost their homes because of the fires. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people have had to quit because they have to stay home to homeschool their kids. Some people's businesses didn't make it. Everybody has suffered. People lost their friends. People lost their church. I mean, the list goes on, and I can pretty much guarantee that everybody listening has been affected in one way or another due to one of those topics. I'm here to tell you that anything is still possible. It feels like you just keep bouncing your head against the wall every direction you turn, but I promise you there's gonna be a door, and it's gonna open, and you better walk through it, because that's your opportunity to make something of yourself that you don't have right now, and it's coming, and you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, you're going to be blinded. You're gonna walk through that hallway without your light. All right, I want everybody, I'm getting passionate. I want everybody to think of their brain as their light. Telling yourself that you can do it is the most powerful tool that you have. I don't know how many people saw, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I posted a Monday motivational video about me doing headstands. Not that big of a deal, right? But to me, it was huge. And when I saw that I did it, and you'll hear in the videos, I'm talking to myself. I'm saying, you can do this, you can do this. Just one more time, okay? Focus, trust, you got this. Trust yourself, trust yourself. That is me trying to change my mental state of where I was, because I was in denial. I didn't think I could do a headstand. I've never even tried to do a headstand because I always thought that I couldn't do it. But I did it, right? And I've been perfecting it every day, just 10 minutes a day I've been working on it. I get better and better, and it's incredible. And seeing myself accomplish that small little goal is everything. And it's pushing me to my next goal. And I have all these really great, amazing goals that I cannot wait to accomplish. But I get scared too. I doubt. I have trust issues. I have trust issues with myself, and it's a constant learning lesson. But what I want to encourage everyone today, and I'm going to wrap this up, is you have to look at your mental health like your physical health. You can't just stop working out. You can't just stop eating healthy, because it's a quick descent. You look at 90-something-year-old people that are active, you ask them how they stayed active, it's because they never stopped. They might have slowed down a little, but they never stopped. It's when you stop that you're gonna have the problem. So just like you would rehab your knee if you hurt it, you have to rehab your mental health. And that looks different for everybody. That can be, crying. And that could be seeing a therapist once a month. That could be hiring a coach, hiring a personal trainer, doing something that's going to challenge you, but make you a better person. If we can all be better people, think of all of the issues going on in the world right now and how many of those would disappear, right? So, oh gosh, I feel like there was something else that I wanted to say. I want to say something. Oh yes, I want to talk now and end this on this note. What do we do now? Now that, things are starting to open, thank God, but until then, and let's say something, knock on wood, this doesn't happen again in the future, but let's just say we find ourselves in a position in the future where we feel stuck. We don't have connection to our friends. We don't have connection to our jobs. We can't leave the house. Everything that we love is gone, right? You could get into an accident. You could, something could happen. And I don't wish that upon anybody, but this is life and things are going to happen that are going to make you struggle. So what I recommend doing is right now, figure out some kind of a goal that you have. When you're struggling, think of a goal, right? So maybe right now, a lot of my clients, their goal is to get fit and get healthy because there's nothing else to do. So they hired me as their coach, and I'm providing them with a plan, and they are focusing on that. As much as you can stop focusing on what is making you struggle and focusing on something that will make you better, your mental health is gonna skyrocket, all right? It's gonna strengthen. It's just like if I come into the gym and I start doing bicep curls, I'm gonna get nice arms, right? Yeah, let's just look at those for a second. Now, sorry, I'm a little proud. But seriously, right? It's having a goal and it's working towards something. If you're not working towards something, you're sitting still, and if you're sitting still, all of that past doubt, trust issues, crap that's happened to you that sucks, and I'm sorry that happened, it's all gonna come rushing to your brain. You need to shine the light over there and shine it in front of you and say, hey, yeah, I went through this shit and it sucked, and I don't wish that on anybody. But you know what? Look where I am now, right? Look where I am now and how far I've come, and be proud of how far you've come. I can guarantee you are living your life in the blooper reel and not the highlight reel. So I would love for everybody right now, either put it in the note in my comments below or write it down somewhere where you can see what is something that you are proud of, something that you accomplished. And it could be as small as, I went for a walk today. Woo! I don't recommend that because of the air quality, but something as small as that. Or it can be, I started my own business 3 years ago or whatever, right? I don't care how small or how big, but I want you to find something that you are proud of, and I want you to remember that when you are feeling doubtful, when you're feeling hopeless and helpless, and you're feeling like you're going into that dark place. The other and last final thing is, when you are feeling like that, please reach out. There's a suicide hotline. There's people in your corner, I guarantee it. All you have to do is say, I need help. Can you help me? I can guarantee if you said that to somebody, they would be there instantly, and you are worth it, and you are loved, and you are supported and encouraged. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I said everything I wanted to say. I still don't feel like I did, but every year on September 10th, you can guarantee that I will come on here and create a video in hopes that my vulnerability is spread, and I hope that everybody can hopefully save a life, right? It's all about choosing happiness, choosing positivity. What does this say? Positive mind, positive energy, positive life. Thanks, Aunt Jen, for this t-shirt. I loved it. All right, I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to go through your questions. If you guys have any questions at all, and I'm going to respond to those, please feel free to put any of your thoughts and comments. I would love to hear them. I would love to hear from you, and thank you so much for your support, and have an amazing day. You can choose to make this an amazing day. God bless.